Aguna na yiri kwaba akasa no makasa French mo bie na no awoboajo asana na ho febia wani bono so awira teche wo kwani ne bane na sene ne ba ejo no bi no anta bie eja wo mu anami di asem asa shiri na no mpa no asem eja wo mu asono di aba wo do man ko mo ba de ehye yense yeni za wo so eni je ni adrewo afa wonu e bi wi ase asoni mu e ba sa wo yira kwan so a kire ne kwampa no be asem yo be asmo oni pada sani awon manwem wo wi ase ha asam to nyonko na to be bia nkemfa ho menso metene be bia nka me pema yeden nanso wadoma
ko me brati isranka wudio isanyame medawasi hey
afa where you top money who na se ana
but me pesika aye Muhunya meka maintain dan no ewrade.
So congratulations. Why? Now I na we try.
So me mika Ghana.
Kessben 92.9
Ghana. It's kosu try na we try we be why offer. Congratulations. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, sir. But you did this any penalty free.
Oh, your friend, Kwajuriga.
Penalty free, hey. Hey, La Paz, I know where we need to pay.
Oh,
oh, I can't punch you.
I don't feel the guy brutal. Maybe I'm a day, so we've been your one bonia. Come a peck, maybe a man. So I said, you word, I see. Ha!
Now, Kadre. Yes, I don't pay your check Ghana for Sika.
Hey!
And Tino, so what's here near?
Hey!
Your baby is simple. Assignment, you know, a very simple. Your baby is a Kessben passport.
That's right.
A buy ye a bit one crop for pa. And so who say with TV, Oben who say, yeah, the squeeze back no Eddie Atoso.
Yeah.
Short code, no, a very simple.
Any star 2 5 6 star 2 hash. Simple and yet. I will avoid you. I star 2 5 star. There we now say.
Star 256
star 256 star 2 hash.
That's right.
Star 256 star 2 hash.
That's right.
Star 256 star 2 hash.
That's right.
Now them. I just wait for man at
exactly.
Because we are so this guy this one but Utia Kessben. Now your Sanchez Capes one. And said you are Boku Abonka to coin.
I just okay why don't
it's another pay. I drop a four Muchika.
That's right.
Muamotishem, we are dropping a break. Nayabi. Because Unquamu Bayade. Can only father send us on the other part, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Every drum Cotrandi.
Yes.
At the end of the day, at Yako Bacotono, it's 100 Ghana cities.
Why
you have a Chetty Potter sending 1,000 Ghana cities? 1,000 Ghana cities. 1 million start tank. Hey,
1 million start tank.
We have to be chini patum.
Now, you have 1,000 Ghana cities. And you have many pahe.
You have many pamienu.
Okay.
And each individual benya 1,000 Ghana cities and pay.
Okay.
And you pay you 2,000 Ghana cities. Upon that them 20 million.
And the short code, you know.
I was there for but one day. For near. Because we can say every man send me message say 1% one with dimage in your idea.
Okay.
If you get ready, young call phone is a say.
Okay.
Phone is a phone be out to me there.
Yes.
Phone be ultimately there. My phone no.
Yeah.
Young call any but star 2 yan in time near oh my minister nyabotre.
Okay.
What my way young call star 2 5 6 na say me a star ni bi
star
afebo 2 hash afe press it select option 2.
That's right.
Ene ulo no kunkurein
and if watch option 2 no Aya Kessben FM Accra.
Yes sir. Yeah, me check 10 million.
Option 2 no Aya Kessben FM Accra. Ubedi 10 million no pay.
And I don't pay 1,000 Ghana cedis 10 million. And ya dia just Udamu ni nyina ano eni janko o wani mi sere 10 million 10 million ena ya wadai ya wada no pa a wo kira ye fiada o kira ye weekends
exactly
awurade emfa ni agro pa cho fa phone sese star 256
star 256
star 2 hash
star 2 hash
na option 2 no what select it.
That's right,
select option 2 no na mia so ena ewulo no kunkule
I think Pacha Dali star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash. Now was selected option 2 for Kessben Cashport, you know. Option 2, Kessben FM Accra 92.9. Bon say boho. But just said the catch car and I don't pay yet. Chobia 1,000 Ghana cedis. Nipa mi no moje ediako. Now when you be you chop money. When you free money and tell say na
free money. David. One pam. One yashe you phone now find out me aso keke.
Okay.
Simple and tia. And first can you grow. Be ma wu niska no. Ye be fia na so ankonya.
Ejaro veje ka crash.
Atnefie ye wo krom. Wan hwe ye be mu aso ankonya. Gwara bete wafa aka plastic chair mi enu o. Uniska. Uni 1,000 ska ba botom.
Akraba ho. Parawe do veda se besa bo aso bi. Na Bacho Endra, my pain and other Danke Kufuado, and a na so afo ahodo na no ekopie mo ewo awomaso in the Ashanti region. Na the K1TPP plant no womo ekokori lanche ye. Meka Kumasi 1 thermal power plant. K1TPP. Edino and no de Mary plant as I say edino asesano Endra omampanyin ekokopa ho entoma na omampanyin the okay nyina no we say wada Ghana for nso asepa na challenges are abai nyina no Ghana for anya ahotoso in fact monya abotren so e de amana ban no enti ma yenko na yenti omampanyin Ebra.
Transmission and distribution, our government has made and continues to make significant investments towards the provision of reliable and competitively priced electricity to assure economic growth. This is part of our commitment to realizing the 2030 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I do acknowledge Regional Minister for Energy, ladies and gentlemen and Nananum, the challenges that the people of Ashanti and indeed of other parts of the country have had to endure in very recent times over the supply of power. And I can really thank you for the patience you have exhibited in the face of these challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I must perforce thank the people for Asantehene, who graciously intervened with the authorities of the Kwame Appiah University of Science and Technology to release a portion of their land for the construction of this power station and gas pipeline infrastructure. And I thank the Vice Chancellor of the university for this important contribution. I thank also the chiefs and people of Bangladesh and indeed all stakeholders who contributed in diverse ways to making this project a reality. Industrialization agenda and position Ghana to become a net exporter of electricity in the ECOWAS region. Our national electrification rate of 88.8% is one of the highest on the continent. And the goal is to have full electricity access by the end of this year. Congratulations to GRIDCO, ECG, TMPC, and Johnson Energy for the respective roles they have played in bringing this project to fruition. I urge the Ashanti Regional Minister to provide the necessary assistance to ensure the efficiency and safety of this very important power station. And I charge the heads of our public utilities, of our power utilities, to work to improve their efficiency and reliability so as to drive down costs. Ladies and gentlemen, the presence of this project in the Ashanti region and the improved electricity supply it will provide imply that we must promote even further the industrialization of our country. I invite domestic and foreign investors to invest by putting up viable commercial structures that will utilize the resources.
Mame na wasibiem omapayin na do Kekufuado and what say or Kasano 49 after 7 Kessben say what join here. Thank you so much once again. Radio 92.9 or TV swa Kessben TV on DSTV channel 364 Go TV channel 121 and free to air on your digital TV so I don't pay unyaye and I'm grateful for your time na Endra Minister in charge of energy so ekasaye ma yentie Dr. Maakye Appiah Kubi na yembra
Kessben 92.9
Now the Ghana for here into Obama MPP. Now that the bank for Akufo-Addo. And no man met Ghana this is over here. Why? I see a blame Obi ba ko eti na na le ba ba ga je go si na do dan ko Akufo-Addo do bi e na mpani mo so eni maka so important bi ani wa je na ko so cha santima after mani na bi ni e na go so ya tia asesina pa today when you are baha and if you say you see your mother you see a santibanda you are not the doctor who for the tea ebi esi emerie obi na say dia uncle be you obi na say dia want to be the tea and the ocean was osa watch Ghana, but you go and no ADS now. And so be able to say again the alcohol. It is a soldier. I'm a guy.
Kessben 92.9
and see a example of Benson. And see we as Benson. And see Takade, but the one is a Benson. I don't know the back.
I was here, my now I said, Dr. Maakye Appiah Kubi, Energy Minister, and I would say, or Kasano, way the relaunch of a year K1TPP plant, you know, Awomaso in the Ashanti region. Now, the expectations are that Abba Bedru Hoidie, the betimi Abwa ama power no etimi ejinaso in those enclaves in Nina. But Endra Omampenyi, any minister in charge of energy. Launch plant, you know, na the National Democratic Congress, and so emu dom any emu man for ewo street, so ewo Kumase any mountain, so a one more vigil kesiye the actress Dumsono I wa Ashanti region no enya dia womani eje ho kra. Henry Osei Akoto was a leading member for the vigil, and he's also a leading member of the NDC in the Ashanti region, former parliamentary candidate at the Ofori Chrome constituency. Ma menino any enkomo. Henry Ochimeka, good morning and pom to say.
Yamia Dominia Boko Damoso, what is saying?
Erade the enqua chair, yes, Yahoye pa. I believe so. Wabre.
Oh, you see the Jawa near the Asro. The human day. You so I end the day instead of Baya Ghana, Ubia, Ubinia Hotona Santimas, so you want to end up in your mouth and into my paper.
But why is it, sir, among all the days, one to me and selected day beer, apart from the very day of Mampenyin, and in a soa for a yen, she said, one more Ebesan Babepa, a year K1TPP plant, you know, Eho Entuma, na Afetimia Frasia Dinijuma. Ewo Asante Mantemo. Edi enti Andra ana mo decide se mo be mo vigil no.
Yo minyo mame sancha Kessben 92.9FM na Kessben de bia ye bo Kessben dia na mani agye che se. It is one of the radio stations Bano. Any bestow. Who do send me a Juma or Kessben there?
Yeah.
Anyway, as I'm now Busam, I'm in Coast Straight. Now, when you ask of why we did we know a year and Mrs. Mebusakra said, I then almost and run near ye video no almost so. I said that pass a bomba day. I be a dear in dada. What Ghana dada. And yen in a bagano, a dear Fibe call Trini Adi we buy. I die a video, nothing no money abria or more. Yes, a baby piano. Nami and Yam, say, Nana Kufado, and then penny for the now buying. They've disappointed the people of Ghana so much, such that Obakaya Minia, a year Emrebia, a trim, a year 2015-2016. Doom Swa, a beso Ghana Swana in free a year, John Dramani Mahama. A shas here, even before Rawlings, if free ho, a year. Yeba pako for so buy na eye dum so yi epije mo de ni abekaya ye dia so fo ku gina ko so mo da mo ani e bompa e se wo kai no echire na eye Professor Mills so ne former president John Mahama so be so mo a dum so yi na epije mo pa e gina yi hu de eye nuanu MPP ni na do ankasa enra so be adia ni enye hu omo ha keka ne de no mo ye eche Ghana fu nyina that time na do mu yina no yina hu say me to say bia na o ma but we were in crisis, and as we speak then so no emu say ye nginam Kenya no ho asem to say I came to Kumasi early last month no late last month na me ba me be fair dum ade me hu ye me reho pa everywhere all we dum baby e fro e fro say kwai baby a Zenith Bank ni wo railways hono.
Okay.
Area mu ho nyina metise generator baby a generator su. Mi ra generator obi a store ni generator su na me busa ma me ba ko se ma mi na da na ko so a. I say abrante asema me busa mi die. Say you woni mu asem. You say Akufo Addo agene like. Etie store mu ha fon ye no ma nyina say ezi ehu die eni say e ga so we e che say dum so no aba, but over here me nuanu MPP for instead of say ombe kan okre akire Ghana for any asanteman omde wada and I see dum CC say they hu do mpesa obuche. But what we are saying in say you were erratic power supply one and one say buying ye timetable mine e bia na say ye bedum light that say that's be dey prepare your home ni ehun say e bia me tomata egua me no me sushi bi dey jare ntem if say sa bribe e bedum light they say the first ni no eboa then so we mu dey da bi o mu dey sie e na de bia Ghana fo aye no ya mu adwuma so mu me nsum ye no o mu dey di agro na akoso achema ade no da bia re du no edru yokum me America say I do other businesses me here cool store no ni other things there may cap problem na nsenya sa adi we dia bremia you'll be shocked. I've lost a lot of money all because of power ya edum ekobe me chiles ni normal edi chile school store no nya asa se bebrebe ehon ka te se me ka yenwie na me kan so nya me nkwa ho nipa bebre so a omu ni anu omu betimi akasa nya konya be kasa de se de me kasa enso ti ba bi omu nyina so ho a asemi ha wo FM station me no mo kasa sisi mu akasa Kessben minim problem a sa dum so ye de mu kom de bia Mr. Kessy auto diesel de bia no e be yasa the problem we ma ho eku amu fidie nya na be se no enti eno ho ani bre ene ahoge kan no an ye di tisi mountain so nyume se enough is enough. Nana Akufo Addo Oba abeso aban mu aba 2017 na Ghana power the 96 na power ni gira so gan into one no fire power na samra bi ni ho ntoye de ni e ka kire na no an no sorry say. Yes, but you agree with me say over the last 7 years and Kania no ejina so it is just in recent time no
and outages no efrasia eba, right?
It is just in recent time, and say minute say recent time say now episode say is it 1 week or 2 weeks as now?
In just about a month, and they experienced the very erratic ones. Abbas say,
I mean, a month. I said, okay. Kumasi in Yanni Wahoo. Jum so is as you Kumasi Abusumini. Yo Epumu. The last month near the light in no. Last 2 months near the light in Papa Ukumasia. Last 3 months near the light in Papa Ukumasia. And then 1 month I said, a idea a cosu. But what we are saying is a Mumbai Bibisa na Bibi Koswa. You see, Omufa Bukakra and my young Ghana for night Ghana. Bibi Koswa. Because stops the government, so Obekache says, oh, and that's a bit doom light, and that's a bit doom light. Now, if you are better for 2 minutes be a doom light, so you don't know what is going on. Said Bakata, a dick, a chili, you need Yanamaka. Who's I be saying, Amaya, a brown so many swabbing wide and ding. Look at inflation. Look at everything is going up. And every fool over there now be wide, man. It is also this animal way, a erratic power supply, Sabi to Sa. Now, just say, Buya Braisu. Can you say any Bibia, Minia? Can you any Bibia, second year anywhere? FMC and America Sasua, Manfood, Yen Bibia Koso. It is the way I can say, Nana Akufuado, or then Dr. Baumia. Or make sure saying Kenyan Ejinaso. Yembe Yanuse Bekan Notum, Haya Santimemu, Haya, maybe a tremor catcher. Sa Nana Akufuado, ya, a president in the vice, ya, any Omaka na Pumunia Dinati Montinso, actually almost su cassette your mamma, by say, the neck was no mumpe, and the other then, yes, Susia Montinso, and Tanko Kufuado said, the Cosmina, the Pebiso Motikuapai. We will continue to demonstrate and to say light in the Babichas.
Yes, but Henry, does it really give you some sense of relief after knowing, sir, you are relocating K1 TPP at the Aba Womaso? Installations, coming on stream, no, we will get about 250 megawatt of power. I bet me Abua a sustaining the power system, no, ewo, a ye Kumasi, and any enclave, Nina. And no more some sign of relief, Anna.
Before about the relief, so no, the Bako was who say, Nana Kufa, let me tell you before Obekasa, let me tell you, almost say the Obusia was no at Chanapa. If we are so, the Wafata say a ye man, so the ye manner and say she Sebi, a ye T, a K1 TPP, Omudiaba, a ye Kumasi. Busa say free in Fanabai. Nana Kufa do him home at China, a on the Kofa, now buying the Kofa, I buy and I say, never order that. They should tell Ghanaians. So,
established facts say Obianim say a Mary plant, you know, a Joe Mahama time they buy. And see, there is no argument about that. Anna.
Oh, now me wow, yeah, can say a Mary no. Omunka no muncheche mu yese John Mahama Mary no omukase tia yese enya de papa no. John Mahama Mary o de buy radio 4, TV 4 obunyina so mu 2015 na na du ya ka omukase tia John Mahama se enye papa e ba be bo manyika because that time they buy $510 million omu so omu nti bi da omu e buy abemu 2017 omu call Dubai ko renegotiate ye e ma ni ko do over 900 million. And once I'm buy after the Ghana for any bridge, I be catch Ghana for say. The Nanadu down Koku for the idea, oh, yeah, no, was stretching here, who's the CA. Say, there, cause Oba no be catch Ghana for say he was misled. So, Kaisa said, no, ye, I get what change acquainted. And that dear, I dear Tiano, Nana Kufu was not done in the home. Diabruni, as I be not dear, no Cassetiano. Or Cassetiano, do mamma, the abandoned the papa. And then what done who be able near the bridge now, Maso. Chat a home ribbon. Yes, say a boy and say man or no Babes or we do some. You see, we should stop this hypocrisy. Enough of the scam and the sad tricks now, MPP Mudigana for being Dagon. Or my country almost say,
No, but Henry, the question I asked, you know, maybe to boss. Question that me bisa no unya no. I'm saying one. A established fact is say Ghana ni bia nim say a Mary plant K1TPP. A John Mahama in October 2015 and ye bedru Ghana ha. Obia nim. Obia nso nim say any time and will make sure say ye de solve the doom so situation. Now the question is that ye tuya we build, operate, own, and transfer, no, aba, boots, agreement, you know, Ninginano, Akwakosi, Ghana has taken over. So the question is that, I mean, why do we still want to do politics with this? Whether Akufo-Addo or John Mahama, it is now a property of Ghana. And regardless of whichever president we have in power, no, say, SSC, this solving problem. Na ebua Ghana for why do we go back to the past, trying to, I mean, inflict wounds, ewudada?
Yes, I know we are okay.
I'm simply asking you, sir, can we be progressive? Because these are a direct question.
Be progressive, but history. Sometimes, you know, history. If you see a year history, because we should see it now. If you are married, when say your mama and they are married by, this year I know already. So we need said your mama and they are married by. But we have to make sure that fact is clear. And then they or see a car. Ye can we are the person say the Nyamia say I've been papa jo mama nya e be mfie wo creative ene na na dan kwaku fu abe I've been papa na o solitaire and no no akasa san ba be kasa ya the papa ye the Nyamia say ene a Mary e ba be boa kumase what we are praying is say ensan konko fa e kafo from na ade ba ko san me won bi mu Mary ni say they say the free takra de ebe kumase nkwano $35 million ade minya o ma be ne choose $35 million and no ade o be ye wo ha no e ho ka wo di be wie no ye be sa de ho nsem beba we gina twi o man no kofom $35 million wo di ade free takra de he ya wo fa free Europe na say Asia na ba wo di free takra de he ya ba anwoma so me am the constituency wo he ya $35 million. Hey, my brother. Media, we should probe it. A woman say America have solve a problem, but look at what has gone into it. Oh, I way here, I might be or the nada at 67 and or the Ghana for the BRC. Look, but some of us we will not sit down and say, or the America, or we try to nipa dumb baby, will be a more in seven and another just so I had.
Very well.
Meanwhile, young Comessica, ye dear, if I didn't have fun for playing, it's the castle near the bayou. You have fun for playing the bayou, it's the castle. If we talk about the hair near the bar, $35 million Biden dollars. Are they?
All right, Harry, Mama, now as you pay, I'm grateful for your time.
Okay.
Mr. Bedas, Yamin Shalpa, and Henry Osei Akoto, a former parliamentary candidate of the NDC, a war a year of Foricrom and Menino, Eddie and Kombono, bringing us to exactly 7 after 8. This is Kessben on 92.9 on Kessben TV as well, and as well on social media. And more joining live on Facebook. Ninginano, we are very much grateful, sir, and obey Mode Mofidieno Ede Atoha. But your dial *256*2# *256*2#. *256*2# na was selected option 2 ewo Kessben Cashport no eso anope we giving away 2,000 Ghana cedis ya de ma nipa mieno obia no ebe win 1,000 Ghana cedis each and stay with us na also participate ewo Kessben Cashport no eso na anope ube win some level of cash but me emfa asidani be emma 22 bet na jewode promo no mpacho eguso a ekoso mpacho utwa ubedi enti anope uye obi a we better na games ahodo a ye bono da bia no opese utwa bet ewo so dia baby a odds no eye papa na ema more chances of winning no eye 22 bet enti anope platform no eye ba kope 22bet.com.gh and also ana obeko games ahodo ni nyina from soccer edikosi dia wo pese utwa bia aviator ni nyina no ebi ewo so 22bet.com na onso ko na kotwa bi ewo ho na the greatest assurance no ene se utwa bi a obetimi ewini some level of cash enti anopei womo eboaye pa na endra yene wo edi nkomo bi ewa ha about a year the impending deadline GTech the Ghana Tertiary Education Council Commission womono ede aba echebo se by the end of the month of August per law and per regulations private universities ahodo ni nyina no must be ready say womo betime achata failure to do so what it means is that say one show proof say moving forward you have the capacity within the next 1 year or 2 then automatically we invest will be closed down. Mamine a Professor Albert Adukwe any enkomo ono a national chairman edema the Independent Private Universities Council. Na anope yemisa say how prepared are they together with their entire membership ahead of this particular regulations. Prof, if you can hear me, good morning and thank you once again for your time.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm grateful you have joined us this morning. So first off, is there a notice that has been issued to you and then your members as well?
Yeah, well, let me give you a rundown of activities that have taken place in connection with this directive. Way back in March 2022, there was a workshop organized by the GTech. In Koforidua, the workshop was titled Charter Application Processes and Modalities. Charter Application Processes and Modalities. So it was a 3-day workshop organized at Capital View Hotel in Koforidua, where all private institutions were invited. I was there myself. There was a large number of private universities that attended this 3-day workshop. So at this workshop, we were taking through all the various things we have to do, forms to be filled, and, the processes that we have to go through to charter. So that was the first step. So this workshop took place from 31st, I think, to 2nd April 2022. Now, following that, the council, that's the Council of Independent Universities, we realized that at such a big workshop, some, members wouldn't have the opportunity to ask questions and so on. So the council on its own also organized 2 additional workshops, all in an effort to prepare our institutions towards this charter. So we organized the first workshop was on October 2022.
Okay.
And then we had a second one in November 9. All these were held in Accra here. Now, at these workshops, we invited the quality assurance officers, that the first one of the private universities, and we invited some of the experts from GTech to take members through some of the things that were discussed at Koforidua, but in a more greater detail. Yes, so the first one was a 1-day workshop, and then the second one was held in November. This was on what we call financial sustainability plan, how to prepare financial sustainability plan, because this plan is also one of the key requirements of the chartering process. So I'll say that in 2022, GTech started the whole show by taking us through what we need to do, and then this was augmented by the Council of Independent Universities also in the last quarter of 2022. So as far as I know, sufficient information has been provided to all the institutions to go through the process.
Yes, but the big question this morning will be that how ready are the individual private universities to go through the entire processes, and then again, the fulfillment of the requirement, which is a precedent before, a school or a university is granted their own charter. Do your members give you that assertion that they are ready to be able to fulfill all the requirements?
Well, we've had several meetings, and I can tell you that as chairman, not a single institution has come to me saying that it cannot meet the requirement. But maybe just for your listeners, let me give you the full picture of the requirement. Now, it says that all tertiary education institutions are mandated to charter by the end of August 2024.
Okay.
There it goes on. Institutions that are not able to meet the minimum requirements for charter prior to the expiration of the deadline, but have demonstrated sufficient cause to charter by the given deadline, have an additional 2 years to finalize their charter application with the commission. So what in effect it means is that, yes, August 2024 is the deadline, but then it can be extended. It can be extended for additional 2 years. It all depends on whether the institution has put in the application and has made sufficient progress by the first deadline of August 2024. So as I said, we have prepared our members, to go through the processes. But as I said, I have not received a single petition from an institution that says that, well, we are unable to fulfill the requirement. I'm not aware.
Prof, how many private universities are part of this council that we know of?
For the Council of Independent Universities, we are 53 in number, 53.
53 in number?
Yes. In number.
But do we still have some private universities that are not part of this council?
Oh, yes. There are quite a lot of, And let me also say this. It's not every institution that is, let me put it this way. Within the council,
yes,
we have different categories of membership. Some are university colleges, because to be a university college, you need to have at least 3 faculties. So some of us are university colleges. Beyond that, we also have some that are called institutes.
Okay.
Some are also ordinary colleges. In other words, they are not university colleges. So we have different categories of private institutions that are part of the council, and some are also not part.
Yes, I simply asked for the number because I know that basically you will be able to speak more when it comes to the preparedness of members within the council. But the first workshop you had at Capital View in Koforidua, were the membership more than the 53 that constitute your council?
Yes, in fact, more than 100 private institutions showed up at that workshop.
Very well. So the impression we're getting again is that when it comes to the Council for Independent Private Investors, almost all these 53, for the best of your knowledge, are ready to go through the entire processes.
No, I won't use the word they are ready. You see, readiness is relative. Readiness will mean many things. Readiness will mean, first, you have the ability to pay even the application fee.
Okay. Which I'm told, the application fee, which I'm told is 70,000.
No, it's 60,000.
60,000.
60,000.
Okay.
60,000. 60,000 and 50, 60,000 and 50 Ghana cedis. Yeah, that is the application fee.
Okay.
So talking about readiness, one is that the institution must have the ability to pay the application fee. That's number one. Number two, the institution must be able to show that it has what it takes, because several forms have been sent to be completed, by the tech. So you have to demonstrate that you have the right caliber of faculty, library facilities, and so many other things. So talking about readiness means that you have what it takes to charter. You see, now, you know the meaning of charter. Charter means that you become an
autonomous institution
to award your own degrees once you are granted a charter. So what it means is that your institution must be ready in all areas of university, business. Let me put it that way.
So what it means is that per the regulations under the Educational Regulation Bodies Act, and per the requirements that I see there, for you to be able to charter, you might have fulfilled all the necessary requirements, including one, it says that the institution must have operated under a mentorship for not less than 10 years. And that is the first requirement. Two, it says that the college or its present institution must own the physical facility. So you must equally have the physical infrastructure to be able to charter. Now, the other one is that at least 60% of each stratum in the pyramidal structure must conform to the GTEC norms. Again, it comes back to state that at least 50% of academic staff must have terminal degrees or qualifications. What it means is that over 50% of your academic staff must be PhD holders. Do we have universities that have employed PhD holders that are ready to be able to charter under all these conditions and then requirements as stated by the laws? And many more others I haven't mentioned. Good.
So, yes, you have rightly stated this is what we call the norms. These are the norms. Now, certainly, at Koforidua, we raised the issue about some of these requirements. Now, look, these requirements are very stringent, and it will be extremely difficult for every institution to meet this requirement. Okay, fine. So I think that we were given the assurance that, okay, you complete the forms, bring your whatever you have on the ground, and there are experts who review whatever information you provide. Now, we pleaded actually in Koforidua that it might become necessary to waive some of these stringent requirements. So these things can be discussed, and in fact we are continuing to discuss some of these things. But I think that the important thing is for each institution to pay the application fee and then start the process. You see, you start the process. Once you start the process, at the point in time where you fall short, you have the opportunity to meet with GTEC to discuss where you fall short and how you intend to address areas where you fall short. I think that it can be handled by GTEC, but it is not a good thing not to start the process at all, because then if you don't start the process at all, nobody will know what challenges you have. But you start, and then where you have challenges along the way, you can make a representation to GTEC, and they will help you out.
Yes, but Prof, again, the concerns will be that how do I start a process, knowing very well that at the middle of the entire process, I'll be stuck and cannot proceed? Because these are, by law, the requirements you need to fulfill for the president to be able to grant you a charter. The president has the final authority in doing so. So for GTEC to be able to make such recommendations, you must equally ensure that such requirements are being fulfilled. Again, when it comes to the finances of the respective universities, the law is saying that every institution applying for a charter must demonstrate financial sustainability to be able to run the university on its own accord. So, we are looking at all these instances. We know also of the fact that the universities are facing challenges when it comes to enrollment. So, you going in for PhD holders and expending most of your revenues on these same people in terms of salary payment and all the others. How do you financially become sustained in running the affairs of the university? under a very short period of time.
Yeah, well, some of these issues I think will best be answered by GTEC. But what you are enumerating are challenges on the ground that some of the investors will face, and they are indeed real. So well, as I said, at the Kofrida workshop, some of these issues were raised with GTEC. Some of these issues were raised with GTEC. Look, it is not going to be possible for all of us to meet these requirements. But as I said, we were advised to apply. But you asked me a question which probably I want to comment on. That why do you want to start a process that you know
you'll be stuck at the middle of it? Yes. That
you'll be stuck at the middle of it. Well, you see, this is now part of the law, as you rightly said. So it's a matter of if you want your institution to survive or to be on the ground, then you have to start, because otherwise, then unless the institution then decides that look, we can't meet the requirements and therefore we want to shut down or close down, that is a different thing. But for us at the council, we are encouraging all our members to apply. You understand? We are encouraging all members to apply. We have even said that institutions that would need help, even after all the workshops, if you need help and then you call me, the chairman, that, well, you need help to fill a form or something of that sort, we will arrange to get help for you. So, well, yes, what you read are indicators to be satisfied in the chartering process. But for me, I don't think they are cast in stone. From the interactions at the COVID workshop, yes, these things are there, but they are not cast in stone. So the thing is, you put in the application at the stage where you are stuck, as it were. You approach either the council or go directly to GTEC and discuss your issues with them. I think it's a better approach than not starting at all. Because if you don't start at all, it means that come August 2024, your institution stand the risk of being closed down. So yes, the requirements are there, but as far as I'm concerned, that will not deter institutions not to apply.
Well, Prof, finally, with you, we are discussing this because the Council for Independent Private Investors, collectively, you have a stronger voice rather than individual institutions going in to fight on their own. Now, would the Council rather propose for mergers among some of your member institutions, or better still call for the suspension of this aspect of the law, rather than strictly allowing the GTEC to go on with the implementation of this particular policy? Failure to do so even after 2 years, then optically, most of the institutions will face a close down or a total shutdown. So will you recommend that some of the institutions must come together and then merge and rather share profit, or the owners of the respective institution become shareholders, among themselves, rather than sit back knowing very well that you cannot still fulfill some of these things and then watch the government to outrightly shut you down? Would this be something that you propose on the table?
Yeah. In actual fact, at meetings we've had since 2022, this issue of merger has come up at our meetings. But the thing is that you can propose to institutions to merge. But then, we as a council, we cannot determine which universities to merge.
Okay.
So it is up to you or up to the institutions that are weak in terms of, these indicators to, decide on their own or to initiate, let me use the word, to initiate the process of merging. So that one, the issue of merging is a very dicey thing. each institution was founded by somebody with a vision, to do something. Now, to ask that, okay, go and merge with this other university, it's not going to be easy.
Okay.
But each institution then should identify other institutions that have similar, programs. For example, if you look at the list, there are some nursing colleges and so on, all in part of the private institutions. All those offering nursing, for example, may decide that, look, in the midst of all this, let us begin to talk about merger. So we want this merger process to be the initiative of the private institutions themselves, rather than the council imposing this on them. But we have discussed it, and the idea sounds good to some of these universities. But the implementation of this whole merger process really lies on those institutions themselves, rather than at the doorsteps of the council.
Very
but
well.
we have proposed to them to do so.
Very well. Prof, I'm very grateful for your time, but I believe we'll have more time to digest this further to see the way forward for the private universities in our country. I'm grateful.
I'm also, I want to thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. And Professor Albert Adukwe Ada Meneno Edi Nkobono Ono National Chairman Edema, the Council for Independent Private Universities, speaking to us on the sidelines of a year. Directives are Ewoho Sese GTEC, the Ghana Tertiary Education Council Commission, I beg your pardon, is saying by 31st August, we a private university that won't meet requirement now. They will give you a grace period. Yet, won't meet here. Then what it means is that you'll be shut down as a private institution. But mind you, we have few months to August, May, June, July. Just about 3 months, and then you have the entire August as well, until maximum 4 months to be able to go through a requirement one more by law. Now, for failure, I feel what to me when name. Until 31 after 8. Now, I'm actually saying. Okay. Mami ntio kakran sa.
David. Polo, Peter Oha Polo Kenya misem. David, offer bar I have to. I don't have to do this. Mami tears and power. See, I'm not meant to me. I'm a taumachi. I'm not a years. I'm so I want to. I'm so the Shahasa, not to be 11 cry, cover 12, and then I could do it. I see. I copy boy, I should be a good 80 or power for a hard one. By Kwame in German now on your job. May a private university in India. Come watch now. You better say the home come on. AI Cassia. Yeah, you better come on. We need to do more to help the private. But of our body, my meetings and packer.
Very well. I was at my now as 32 after 8. My main faster than it be a Master Louisa local rice. I don't pay if you be no here be a local rice. I Ghana ha. Yenia yediemo Ghana mo aye papa mpacho makacho de bia so meka say e mo we no ono asi hɔ a ensay correct enti anopai ubehia bi na watimi ayisu ewo fie oye restaurant operator mpacho oye adwuma hotel oye chef oko event ahodo ase as caterer na wakwakoye nnuane ahodo de amankrofo weekend airby a year wedding parties ahodo ni nyina no ubehia St. Louisa local rice na watimi edi udwuma bia wodi pacho se onen kran na opese wutu bi ewo regional wo mu ana ekrobia wo mu bia no opese wutu no dodo mu na woton a sika kuma bi na obehia 5500 pe ode ba won betu bi ne dodo mu pa edi amount na afi watimi akwakoton na emfaso opi na no ana ede bebro ene se upe bi ato a oko memo shops e wo Ghana nyina no a obenya bi ato ewo ho eno achi no oboremu ewo Melcom shops ahodo ni nyina nso a obenya St. Louisa local rice ni bi ato ewo ho anopen obefra wo mo on 0277457442 0277457442 and after 0546 242343 na wone womo eni enkomo o nkran ene ne mpachebu ampacho obeko La Paz adjacent the Eco Bank na afi wone St. Louis afo akwakodinsa woso ewo ho womo adaroma womo ebeboa uye pa Emas Global Link Limited for adaroma ampacho womo de ubetu kwan oman bia wo pese wo koso bia ehon hyehyeye o visa application ene wo papers wo documentations nyina no ma Emas Global Link Limited for enye ho adwuma emfama wo student wo pese ukoto awadesua so ewa manonia pacho application to the schools ni nyina no Emas Global Link Limited for ebeye ni nyina no e de amount afi wote amanone oni nkrata resident permit or work permit ni nyina no oni bi and pay speak to Emas Global Link Limited na womo ebeko mu apa wa wo pese wo ye flight ticket reservation hotel reservation or call for a year holidays ni nyina no fashe eye Emas Global Link Limited for nsa womo ebedisa adwumade ni nyina no e de amount o kumase akọ asafo labor senate office no ne nhwe ani mu ape ana obehu womo ewo ho afi wo nkran so a womo ewo White Cross Junction weja kaswa main road no eso womo ben eye West Africa Deco Towers for no anope ko ho na woni womo eni enkomo fe womo on 0504 203401 0504-203401 and after 0535-502499 na one Emas Global Link Limited for any enkomo anopay. Na endra ewo a year the University of Professional Studies auditorium something massive ana ekoso ewo ho eno ho nkomo ana menewo babedi surely. But before I may introduce you of ano ma yenko na yentie na yenhwe de ekoso ewo UPSC auditorium bendra yeba na mene ofa ahye nkomodie no ase yentie mra.
We are gathered here today for a very simple but historic event, which marks a watershed moment in the political history of our country. The historical significance of this event does not lie simply in the coming together of different political entities. Indeed, we have had alliances and coalitions of political groups at different entities. Indeed, we have had alliances and coalitions of political groups at different times in our political history. The significance of today's event lies in the fact that we are initiating a process that will redefine the architecture of political governance in our country. This process, by the grace of God, will lead to the election of the first independent candidate as President of the Republic of Ghana. It will also lead to the establishment of the first truly representative government in Ghana's history. A government of national unity which will be made up of representatives from different political parties, the business community, labor unions, civil society, professional bodies, faith-based organizations, traditional authorities, and other interest groups, including traders, farmers, fishermen, artisans, among others. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, never before in the history of our country has there been a more compelling case for change and transformation in all spheres of our national life: political, social, and economic. This is what revolutionary change is all about, and has informed our choice of the name of this alliance. After 67 years of independence, we are still grappling with the fundamental challenges of development. An economy in crisis, an extraordinarily high level of unemployment,
Mami now I see 38 after 8 na no except of a year and draw the course so the auditorium of UPSA. Lawyer Boabi Asamboa Atenase of Abachi.
Yeah.
Na empom to say.
Yakopon madum dodo. Tinamena so no.
Ahode ho.
Papa.
Very well. Yeah, that trade am pase. And bra, with your voice ni na na osre. The course so UPSA no. Ne tofa bom.
Yeah, alikura mesin ne se. Obisi where Paul. Obi hu anachira. Mini ha. No what was shady and so.
Kessben 92.9.
Open menu was 70. Nina the papa mua. Send it to you. Me feel with you. Aye, mo had me friend Yagro. Now, and rather, if you see, me no dear a pin me pa and say,
yeah,
if you see, it's a son. It's a son temper. Na Ghana so at yesimwa, yes, son. If you say, baby, if you see, I done any achireno, you try your MPP and DC that done more. You be catchy. You be catchy, say, you nim a quire move fast for your maniama. Na omniama na yenso, omyenso, you nim baby a dear covi.
Okay.
Omino, dear beba, and say, Omo beto to amani woman. Now ye say, now one say, now ye say to miss me ye be, until a baby and say, and papa moo amamu. Papa moo amamu, a de eka and neighbor, a quabers near the cannibal. A byway better now, where MPP, a more bay in film what you know, a bussy or boy or the egg, my amamuno, a yedacro. We be any swadi who be pay home bosia, would they so be bofom, will be simno, now be aso. And this is for by see the MPP for the bay in a chrono dear. Adentia, if some so buy no mudi to me no, or munkwa, or muku mankwana, if we are say a buy sadia or hun or munkwa. We don't buy so a chrono dear. The obey in a yakoye be a dear and saka a behaye, intimina, a chasso, yakoya dear. Na a car, bossian on boy in a car at this room hole, then this is for Nabe Jabos. No more swak or pet bossian for fro, no more be sim, no more yako, or munkwa, or may you be our bay MPP be a free. Say, if the omo me a juma. Ankra kra dom sika o me adwuma kra e kan wo so as me see the MPP time and NDC time na adwuma pagya na onye sika nti ya ba ye beguna adwuma etimi hye de hunehuna ye ba wo behunu nti krono ne de abomo adwuma ni nyina ye dwiregu e kan de eta ho mo so ma ban fie nwotwe wo mu nwie ye de krono abo mo e kan ta ho na adwuma ni nyina ye dwiregu nti impa pemu amamu ebe wi achi no mfasoa de oto aba ne nyaa no ene kana IMF ne kakra no a ode bo no ho adwa no so IMF ba wo se menye kitiwisi chirikom na tuaka no a eda ho no nti akwara kwabrani wahwe ni school sebe fufuo kura wagya wo yo wo fufuo sa twa kosi nanim obewie school abedadem na de wo fufuo twa si nanim wo tontomantisi wo dwom no na wo san tua abanka na onya adwuma nye IMF say mo mfa no adwuma wo de kantimi mfa edom adwuma nti aspiti na abekwa IMF say me mbie mu me ntua enime bika ntia no so yisa wo san akoto obotom en wako school semwa IMF bibia no na chese IMF de sikai atu ho nti onko wanim amamu be ni ayesa na dom eniaha na dom ewirafo na dom gidie eni daso awo abatom no na ehwan nanso be bia wiase adu no enu ne die eye sebe fapim awo efom kura ekwan fa so buye so na enti saw ebibi atwamu no sebe di sikan ani tuo titititi no wana ho oden pa no na wa betena akonwa so ne koduru baabi afi de ehemfom si nyame na bɔ mo so mo metra akonwa so eduru baabi ne esi da bi nyina dom ne nyina French Revolution no ne ade America for the democracy by say dom amamu e kwan ba so ne be fam ye be fa ye be sem ayi yenya ye ho ye nipa baako na obetra akonwa so ye to aba nti baabi eduru no ye sachira abato ne asan akọ etu amamu mu ana da bi nti o si etimi bɔ abato amamu no ho ban na se amamu boni aye hunu MPP NDC na ehwan gidie wa abato mu na ye kɔ ne sen eno ne Alliance for Revolutionary Change eni da so ofoforo obi a wo ba abesa kyerɛ mu nti obi ka se o na se na ofiri ekuo mu na oniku kɛseɛ nso de abɛlɛ no ayi ade no yɛto abamaku entisa ekuo no ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi a wɔn a wɔn bɛgye abanwa no tumi na nkasa no wɔn foro sɛ nka ɛhyɛn anka wɔn tiram ɛde koduru na wɔn asi fam na wɔn de wɔn su ne wɔn ban akɔbu man no sɛ pɔnkɔ a wɔn tena pɔnkɔ no so a wɔn duru pono no a na wɔn asane afiri pɔnkɔ no so na wɔn aforo tumi dan no na wɔn agya pɔnkɔ na bɔnten na wɔn akɔhyɛ dɛm hɔ ɛfisɛ osisi amamu no obi a wabɛtena akonnwa no so biara no ne su ɛda soro ukɔ NDC mu Rollins esu odi bu man no enya no bi na kununi atamils nyame fa ne kransie odi be bu man no enya no bi na owura jomama o magya na chi oti yisu a ye pam no busua panyi ye pam no ye ro ne nase mpaboa o se obesan be di akonnwa enya no bi na ono so di bu man no na che se NDC no efre no NDC no omu ni hihye bi gina ho a wo no omu de ukona akonya abanwa no wi a ekyekire wo ebo oduam nti ankre no a omu de na ba no se ye nto no so aba no wona wo se dipa na ekoto aba no ye den ehwe sa MPP kofo amamu obu ye no nya no bi na nanado den ebu nti ntimi infanto so se nanado abedi akire ne doba a ode ne ba no ono so obeye saa na se kwan ode be ye be fa so yentimi nche ntini nyina akọ wie se ye pe obi a na ni so ade hu ne som hu na badaye ni su eye pere yo ebetimi ani na ni na bakosem ebetimi agina so aka se we die udi tumi hye ne nsa obekai ne nchi obekai yen obeya de da yakoma so na kwan be so na obeye efise onu kwan na tumi ni be hye ne nsa se de me kan tumi ni timi ko hye ba akom no edi enna oru akire matensi ensa kira ya ode ba aka ya bom afri MPP NDC nchichemu no eye union government tenra oboso ekire mu omom so ankre de ebede no wadi mine so woni domo no mu be ya adwuma enti bede no atime di man so no abu mana wie no o chese union government no a ode ba no eye nkambu mu ye nyina ye wo mu chefa ya wo mu chefa ne se emra mu no ukoye mra hye bedwam a emra ne se fadodo free mra hye bedwam ba kan waban ho enka se fadodo no free eku a omye dompanyi enti se uniku wo hokra no a obetimi akwa akoye dai akofa dodo afiro nti owura chematin se sebe ya obeka ye nyina ya dwabom no ayi pese minkum nyama mu MPP NDC winner takes all no ono de obowura mrahye bedwam a obefa afiri babia ankre CPP PNC NDC MPP umina obesem no nko no saa se woye PNC ni ntimafaw obehwe nipa no so betimi aye adwuma no a ofiri mahye bedwam a wasan akwa abontin wakohwe akuafom afarefom anesifom chefom asofom omomdi akonwa wahwem nyina na wafabi aka ho na kyese akoye se Ghana ena sisi ni yetna pono ho afa ya ho adwen na ya sisi de ɛsom buma yɛnyina ɛno no ne national development plan ne nkoyɛ sɛ me ekuo we me ba me se chinchinia mekɔ akɔyɛ swimming pool ɛwɔ asukwa madwini mu no ɛno ɔmopɛ na ukotua mena ni wia na sɛ obere so a na we mu bom sɛ asemfo beni ni jam na no ho omsusu yenso ye kosi bibi fufuro bi ɛwɔ bantama ɛno so mu nwie na we mu asan ba chia saa da we mu si demand me fa so be no so yensan ko swimming pool no na ye be ko swimming pool asai kura ni asan akɔpɛ asase fufuro ye mfiri ho na ye mfa ye ho adwen sɛ ekwan be so ne ye pese de man fa ebisiesie edikan enyuma sema etiti yen ewo mai mu economy kwan be ne be fa so sebi onipa ne sori ye de ni quantity mu a sentity ne wo school dem se wa abonten obetime gya ne naso no nso ne sa aka bibie se enya akwadwefo de ye be ye na aka ekwan be ne be fa so a ya gudi anyame di akyeye ye bitulu kwan ya emfaso no dodo no beka mai mu nansei imfudie ni ensu ayenom yenya atu na emom no kwan be ne be fa so yenyina ye Ghana fo ye de adwen bebom a ye betimi atu a ensei ifudie ni atu de dada nsa na brofo ba ye tu ni nyina ye timi san no nsuo no usane fomo anom ene udware kura ye se oto nsuo a afa afidie mu so ekwan be ne be fa so a entity de ma yankoda ekwan be ne be fa so a yapo mudin hyehyeye ni nyina ne Kubi national development plan no nso no na alliance no great transformational plan no Richard Martin Dubai de be ne fapim no de ebi aka ho do som siesie no de bi aka ho nti alliance ne de bere na aso de uhu no nra no ne bere na aso nsakyiraye nkunimdie inyumadie surunku bia Ghana fo gitum ban ten say ye fa ne say ya ene be boaye
and no there was an MOU mo signing here now before you bet to us no mame emmobo political groupings and are interested groups womo part of the alliance the edikan the movement for change and no Oralan Kojoche Martin and a Dano or no Nikofabai. Dr. Ebu Sakara Foster, National Interest Movement, or also Ewo. Dr. Bishop Samuel Noi Mensa, Ghana First Coalition, and so Kahobi, or Sanso and Sofu. Ura Kwesia Daiwo Dike, Union Government, or no any Kofabai, or also Kahobi. Mr. Sam Ofori Ampofu, Ghana National Party, Ekahobi. Reverend Stephen Ayensu, Ghana Green Party, Ekahobi. Mr. Henry Asante, National Second Vice Chairman of PNC, Odonso Edenho Ababejoine. Mrs. Augustina Kujo, Third Force Movement, Enso Kahon. Mr. Ayer Kofi Bengo, Benny Bengo, Enso Ayer Non-Allied Voters of Ghana, Enso Ekahon. And Crusaders Against Corruption. Also ekaho enti about 10 respective or individual groupings and ekaho endra mo signing MOU you know now indications are meaning say there are more women so ebeba bekaho including other smaller political parties one person be join them Saturday everybody's up but the question I ask is that about the saying that some crofwe na ye convinced say baby a modru no I mean as I mo come home bom na mama Oralan Martin eye kandi for
enkomo no akoso na enye nkomo a eye putupuru sebio ebinum a wobobo mudin wo hoyi ene binum nso a omo bopono num so mbeba efisade ne mutre you know the affair wo ho alliance the affair wo ho ne say yenye ni twan say gise wo ya manyoko ana nti ankure ani mu duru timiba nti pono no da ho a nkomodie no ekoso na ububobubo yi ebinum wo ho a wo mu edom ku bi na wo mu ti ku bi kura wo da no ache
Okay.
Omako ami ato omo so aba pen. So ati ase. Nti di omo ni nyina no so ehunu omo nya ne se ade no okondo nsakiraye. Nso wanya hodin titiri bi a sa nsakiraye na okondo no. Wonkwa ontimi mfa ma.
Okay.
Nti owura Abu Sakara National Interest Movement sebi onye nipa baako. Wono no tena apono no no to ne nsa frɛ dom. Nti dom ebe kan ho se we did we ba we did ni nkrofo ba we did no mtena se ye o madwen so mpe so msakira aman no kwan be so no mbefa no no pe constitutional reforms ye sakira mra akesi binya sa ye ntimi nkoye nim odikese matene nka
yes
to aba akwa na Kwame si mfa wana mra
na remember them mfa kwalumra kwalumra ka
apalusi atu no so aba
LPG
ono kura ni posters ba afi di ono ni posters di ka ba enti edom no wo ho a wo mo no o ma yo madwi se MPP NDC na fono wo mo nanso wo mo nkura no nso no o ma ho odin no enti mi MP mani mu nkutu MPP NDC to me no enti na ewia ha ne se Ghana fo abre MPP Ghana fo abre NDC dia ye ma won enidaso se tumi bi wo ho a emu oduru abitimi aka saa mienu no agufom nsa na tie dia ene fa wo ahoden kakra no eka wo ya ahoden ho efze obia ahoden ne nyina so obi wo ho na ahoden ne wo brofum obi wo ho na ahoden ne wo ahoden wo masim obi wo ho akasa kwa obi wo ho akasa tenene obi wo ho a waji ne din obi wo ho so ani kuo na agi din nti wukika ni nyina bo ho a Ghana fo be hu se ampa mehwe ade ya mehu wom
okay
nti metimi di mani ayeden ato wo mo so ebema ade no ase atre na ade ndai nti sa nkomo no na akoso a duhwe a no ho January no ho a ene yedi tu mu se big announcement eba yedi tu mu sa abri ni nyina ne nkomo no koso shi pa nti ekoso a na kudu ba bi na obi ye machine say yedi tu say ya edie na ebesie na eduru se ne ase afedie ewo se Ghana fo hu de duru efisebre no aso
okay
bosumi na mu ayewura idie broni baka se second quarter ubehu na ye kwoto aba bronya aso afini nyina gina January try na ye nsa akodi bronya nti na bre na aso nti wo mo ya adwom se ampa ba bi aduru idie yenka ya hoodin embum ye mo wiase amane ye se ye ni edikai na ya fefo ye dai
other groups ne other parties are on board no what do they bring on board precisely
na me ka so obi ane na hoodin
yes
obi wo ho a sebe
wo mo disika na wo mo twe do me de aba wo mo de mo supporters wo mo ko convince nkrofo atwe wo mo abamu ana resources ben wo mo de ba be supportable campaign
no semde adetitru ba ko pe
Kessben 92.9 Asidankwa
say sika say nimde say otre obai say de otie bia no
okay
ekowie kokromotie enti ekwan bia obefa so a sa dom no mo ba no kokromotie benya gidie ewo wo mumu enti sika o de pre ekohia kokromotie meboa
exactly
nimde o de pre ekohia kokromotie enti obi a wo ba bia no se de maka dada no ono wo na adie bia ewo no ho a yakono
okay
ema obi nti dodo no ba no na saa kono no ye dey etre so obi a be hase ehunu hu ewo ade num saa na ade na koye nti ye kan ye ho bom saa no ya ho ode no afide ni pia MPP NDC fo na gu nche ya na do se ye de Ghana fo dodo na ho ode na yes adwuma
very well but your dial star 256 star 2 hash star 256 star 2 hash na was select option 2 ewo Kessben Cashport no so ba memfa asedane bi ema Fidico Poultry and Animal Feed Center for adopay womo ede eye fish premix no edi abedwamai so mpacho utie me na oye obi a oye fish farming there anope de ubehia edi ama omoa no eye Fidico fish premix a womo akwakofa edi aba pacho oye tilapia farms catfish farms anope ye wo eye premix wo a eye nuane no mapa wo de ma fish na e ma wo munyi e wa pomodin mu ene akese mu pa afi layer premix no e wo ho eno ye de franco kwa wo motu nkosua no aduane na afi ya ye ne kama e de ama wo mu eboa increase with the egg production levels enti anope se opese wakokɔ no eto dudo mu dia esese oyusu eye layer premix na wo de fra wo mu nuane na wo de ye ema wo mu broiler premix no ye de fra enkokɔ a ye nye wo mu akoton wo mu ma enkrofo edi akoye nuane edie anopa yi se wotie me na opese wakokɔ no enyi ye oye kese ni muduro no ekosro na efisika dia anopa yi esese wo yiso broiler premix na wo de fra wo mu nuane pig premix no eye mpreko dia ye de fra wo mu aduane opese opreko no enyi na wo ne dodo mu edemaw na afi wo ton nye sika dodo na no efre mo dia anope esese uyusu eye the pig premise na wo de fra wo mu nuane ni nyina ebeboa wo ye papa na toxin binder no eye baako a eyi eye unwanted materials ana toxic materials nyina no e de free emoa ne system nim aboa no ekodi bibi na enye mma no a anope esese o de toxin binder no efra ne nuane na etwe nyina no e de free aboa ne mo frɛ wo mo on 0244 260190 0244 260190 and after 0242 769698 0242 769698 and after 0303 958583 na woni eye Fidico for any enkomo. It's exactly 9 o'clock on the dot. Na anope medasi ye papa pampacho ye beye ye draw edika no surely sisi ya na ye ne first lucky winner no edi enkomo. Dial star 256 star 256 2 hash na was select option 2 na anope mpacho Eclipse Collateral Management say memo amane se wutie manope na uyi obi a we japade ewo ho japade no waye nkrata e de atoso dia de obe nyina no ene se one eye Eclipse Collateral Management for ebedi enkomo wo mo beje oso ye na afi wo mo de nkrata no aye adwuma atua commission ewo ho pacho okọ Abakan Street ewa Dental New Site a ubehu wo mo ewo ho fe wo mo on 0266 999020 0266999020 and after 0302 551877 na one Eclipse Collateral Management for any enkomo anopay na House of Fortune for Adaroma womo de nipa maako apem over 1,000 workers ana ekwako piemo ewo omanya ye friend Romania mu mpacho mo koye adwuma under a contract of 2 years na ebeboa wo ye pa ama watimi enye sika e de aba behwefie mpacho requirement ne simple obehia wo traveling passport obehia eye OCV medical fee kakra registration fee kakra ana afi passport pictures no maako enan na wo de aba enti se wo tie me na uye obi a owo construction center sector ni mu a uye mason uye carpenter uye plumber mpacho ni nyina na akwanya wei onso ochefa ewom uwo hospitality sector ni uye adwuma hotel restaurant de uye bia no anopay one eye House of Fortune for any komo uye machine operator technician ana auto mechanic nso dia mpacho na wetwofufu ama aton kwemu anopay bra eye the first floor Amankwa Plaza B ewo Achimota ABC na one House of Fortune for any enkomo so say after 2 years contract renewable say otina Romania for 5 years or more onso o akwenya say ode wabusua ni nyina nso ebekwa kopie mo ewo omanya ye friend Romania anopay only House of Fortune for any enkomo on 0554 547915 0554 0554 547915 and after 0200 74525 na oni womo any enkomo 0200 0745 25 na one womo eni nkomo anopei na womo ebeji osu ye pa kanisa fuada roma pacho womo de kanisa heba mixture no e de aba anopei obabi tutu obabi eya oya yare ana ahye so ma akoba ne sa wosisi yare no opese wutu ase prekopedia kanisa heba mixture ana sese wonom oyoba ubonsa wote yaw afei gonorrhea abebe show so oye bema candidiasis ma no hamwadwen ye dia anopei esese mononom ye kanisa heba mixture ebetu ni nyina no ase prekope de ama okotachimaya kenten taxi rank eho ana obehu kanisa baseline pharmacy bia nso obenya bi ato ewo ho across the country heba shop bi eben obi ajewo de ewo ho na one kanisa for eni nkomo fra womo on 0247 887436 0247887436 and after 0202 990943 na one kanisa for eni enkomo anopei na womo ebejoso mene lawyer ya Boabin Asamoah ana edin komo anopei me ba no subiem na mebisa a very important question, an obstacle the ARC will have to overcome and no anything political parties smaller ones are in Ghana no NPP any NDC for no etimi infiltrate ninyina even to a far extent when elections are hold wamuko nyina no parties imienu na decide who becomes the national chairman for some of the smaller political parties. Now the concerns are Ghana for the duanano raising and it's a ARC no be a day. Now one more protected one more ama a ye NDC ni NPP no one more to me am a boy remu am for confusion ama. Now the trust nipa do am a bobo one more dia one more did that the kuaho duano ebenya and the confidence one more ewo orala chema team no I mean election year yi said the beya one more bet me akwa drew and no very important. How do you respond to this, Uncle Ibe?
Boni Beka said the best form of defense is attack.
I see.
And a kwambe so na befa udu na besi anymore a don bepe wasem beba wanim. So onemu beda ho fine.
Okay.
Se ewiabo onyema mu a sebi mfudie bia emmem.
Okay.
So na meche. Enti we no yesi prono dawo. Wa wo no kondo se Ghana be fa ntuma pefra. Yesi e be ko yeda damu ne yanim beda ho a ye be ko nsachara yesununkum transformation a yensan ye chibiem no brabedom. Enti yesi bia yenya yabamu a yedi kan de yensa hye krata nase no ye ko hedem ne akapono na tum se yesuro NPP yesuro NDC na omeba bebawura obebawura mu a okondo se obetena.
I see.
I was here ye yenhye sebe ya obi obeba bia no obeka fi ho a wonsan kode yesma no se omra na ebetimi abasa de a na se de mekan no eye periperio ohan nhye bi eda ho bia no ye hu se esombo magana fo nhye bi aye ye bia nye kokoa mu nhye sebe ye nkodwa enye hanam ye nkodwa ye kosisi sade ne Ghana fo ye kosom ye kosom nsachira ye de ban ye kosom ketase che dwurim proye ye kwahyehyehye galamse asenum ne ade nyina ebitwam sanye mani nyina no a ye gi
enfofo galamse ase
oh be mena ade be java kwa gawi wa expert was obeju geba kire ozezia amamfo ni mamamfo nyese Ghana hada ye twitwi ye ho ne amuamua ye ho ne amamfo ni mamamfo na abamuo fufuro ba
okay ani ebehu
bibia bedadi evise ye be mawia boy nhihye mu han pa de adru no wi asisisan se dem de hia ase no yentimi ntran da dam se oba wo de wano de na okotena ho wi a na afi wo fom sade no enye wo dia abandwa no eyesom opepa ni de prisa to
Alan Chamatin e that level of charisma I will bet me there win abato aye komo afi
obi a bribia ne charisma no akono a wo hwehwe
okay
bribi o ha ne epi obi a sebe na no de a ojan na so bribi o ho so ne epi obi a na bakosem ene na ni so ade hunu ebetimi ama ye eduro anom ne ho atoye zi Ghana ye duro ne sei ye hawo ne sei enwuma sem ye yare ye pa ani se okondo se wadwuma se betre na ekonkon ho mo hai advert say na munya senka adwuma ekoso anka ba bia mo dan yisi di nkono anse obi aba bo we ma me ne ntimi nka bo we ma me ne ntimi mo we gu dem bo ma me ne ntimi enkoso sa efi se ade no edwedie no nkoso wonya bi ye no kura na enkoso ene obi won so oni bi kura ene waye nti ye how pa si eye enwuma sem a ebe bie economy ejina ne naso wo hwe owura kyerematen abakosem a enya no ode eyade a waye free ni nkoda abrim wotiti womma omye enwuma na wo de hwe bere okodi ambassador ehun faso a eba ma Ghana na ya pre fanwo GMPC chachuchi kata wa pre fanwo Saudi ko wie yeka o de sika koto chacha $200 million sabre no a ye kan $200 million ne sika ketwa ene ma finance minister longest finance minister kwesibotwe ya memfa na crazy di bufu ye oja abamu no enso alanche matin ko Washington ambassador otimi konya abibifo nya brofufo abibifo munya kokudro nya tumi etimi disika eba aman mu ebetu fa wo mi nya fa wa ene abeka ye sika sem ho ye ton so Millennium Challenge account buy onu timi jan na so ambassador etimi kuma ye ya $500 million na sika bia ni ho anu aboa kufu sa abagana hada e de buy eme be ye Obasanjo highway enum dia e de bi share energy sector ansa na obekokura na wa she PSI ase evi say obe ba mu no ye adwuma ma UNDP a o na ye Enterprise Africa or the free Empretech Ghana ha and metimi aka say over 60% of businessmen, serious businessmen in Ghana or titi omo Empretech nene the gina omo naso no akoye Enterprise Africa over 13 countries and san oba abedi ambassador na obedi ambassador osan be minister okache kofo say hipik say ya nhwe ni yi ne etratra kokoo ho ne etratra hipik ho a kofo be bone bere awie no wa nya kapre ankyere nti yenye PSI ne sen si ebesem hu enema ebitimi asakira ne Ghana ha ediska bebre no kofa enema nan senke di amanyo ahoden ni aban ahoden ta sa enwuma na chia nkene nyese ne nam IMF SSS sikai ayi industrial starch nkwa senkene Ghana ye industrial starch factories 50 nkenchen efise banchi adododi e wo Ghana ha nyina banchi nkwa na saase no ene di etwa no 22%. That is nearly 1/4. Na se starch sebi fufuo nkwa na osi ye de wo wo fufuo di me na asa ade a aduane bia wo die bia starch wo edro bia obemini bia starch wo it's a business that is worth billions a year. Ayensu start here for chocolate for more Ghana this way omujai starch anom kra na Thailand eko to starch wo Guinness Ghana international company omko to starch wo de move root beer Nestle international company no moto starch nti fa desenke wo starch 20 factories nka hena nke wo
very well
nti owura kira matin na bakosem enyese bia obeba betena ho adwedwa nanum aka ne na bakosem ne nani so ade hu nso ode ban great transformational plan said o sha ase no saa na watre mu ene mika say automobile da bia o kan o se government policy ya adwini o obeye bibi asache nipa abrabo de aban to mi sache nipa abrabo nye bosia ya adwini we so betimi adwenia na waye bibi na saade no afefe na fifi kesipa na soaba na ye ti di ne atiase ejinwuru edi bi ni automotive policy no
okay
automotive policy wa anko bobosia wo IMF odwene ho wo dem enene 6 automobile companies international nyina ye adwuma wa ha ebe wiechi ye koye components nso niema miensa ne de petroleum plastics iron aluminium ni nyina ye wobi wa ha ye process ya
Very well. Ofa me ne uwi enche na meja na wakotu awadwuma so. Now, enkrofo say mo sheda. Say especially bo abo free NPP ni mo baaye no. Mo kantama bi yes mo ma Dr. Bawumia ameye president. In any case, Alan prayer wo pray ni nyina no yes wo ye ni bibia wie na aben ne bo prayer Ashanti region no kotena. Na makwako cancel NPP voter. Ebe free ho abegida just to disturb the party to ensure say party no enya a third term in office. Is that really the vision? Money so ade hu no.
Me nya MPP for ho adaje. Say me di ala chi say onkugu MPP. Eva so be me.
92.9.
Ye prayer mala be di president no asachira man na MPP. Omo so prayer. So omo se omo pe ba o me omo nko prayer. Na obi esi omo kwai. Me better ma so MPP for alo.
And so more pray, but more
ma so MPP for alo. Speaker, me better ma bo mu di. Ma so MPP for alo.
But so what is so
makase mo mu nko e campaign. Makase mo mu nko e campaign. Nti me bo rache mati ye campaign. Enra ye timia ye campaign ama edom ahu se omdom ntuma bone de anu a ebe ye fe. Ye be ko yanim. Yesi MPP eni ndisi kwai. Enti ye dwuma o ye yasese ne ehu se ye tutu ya na mo bia Ghana fo beji atum de abanwa no amayen efise abanwa no ankre a odi no kre ontwantro ankre tinini ankre ni suban pere yo ankre onye dufuru pe wa bata ye wo som ena Ghana fo pe no ato aba ama no na owura Kyerematen su enye se Kyerematen be boka be nenam ho se MPP fo di ngugu na ne fa no ho be omo nya omo ngugu bi ko di omo nyiri omo no omo nko obi ani omo wadaji sa ai
yesi campaign no go region bia no ho amobeko Ashanti region na mbetena
hwe anfu eno ope no de fufu ye de Ashanti region enye debia yeko to ababa ye nkasa Ashanti region ko atimi etwa region enkunumu ndi se otena dem na osisi na hwe se se me fa nya dame ne yeto meti on kwakwa na di ebiem na hwehwe enti se unim se wo to dame na opiepia so ha ne beko na wasumu fidie fefefe na su fidie ni yi edi ebiem na wo hwehwe enti me se wo be omo ye dem no omo nsu wo ye dem no omo nkeka efise de aka wo mo anu no efidie be no omo nsum omo ni fidie no ho adwen a yesi untimi oniema so a oso kashirenya
of 16 regions the if na mo strength wo pa I find mo ho ade
ye
regions do see nyina
tina alliance ho mfaso efise obia ni babia na ho ade ewo ni ye ka ho ade ni nyina ye den abom obi ho animde obi ho dodo ye na o hya ase sesen ye no ni nyina no ka bom a eye Alliance for Revolutionary Change. Okay. Alliance ebe sachira Ghana efutum ye be bia Ghana ye be bia ye how say ye economy say ye politics say ye social be bia yare abam the alliance no be futu bia dane ani fufuro Ghana nyina asachira Ghana amie tui anamon no nko a ye nsan ye chibiem.
Very well. Afa mesa ba so sisi ya na mame nkoda me ne St. Louisa enye adwuma emra na enkrofo bebre na so asend messages ebisa questions enti ya ba mekan anu ayi anu amame ansa na ye de asi afa Maakye
new speaker
na empomo ti
say yakopon adum
erade adom me so be ho ye pa bibia ye fine ya da twedi ampon ase St. Louisa local rice atena se anope na wo mo abai no medical catch we local rice Ghana mo ayaye o Ghana ha nyina ebeboa wo yepa ofa mami chiwo anope na ye
yeah the Ghana for us St. Louisa local rice, St. Louisa natural jasmine perfume rice, St. Louisa rice send ebrebia ya ba Ghana for ya na mo kasa na ya sremo na musu ya mo boa no se se uko dwemu a eye Ghana ha de edwa bia Ghana bia no Yakopon adom yetimi penetrate okọ no ma ubenya yen brand ni bi ato St. Louisa local rice ye color no red and oba bi photo edam finfi tuntum kakra ye color no red and oba bi photo edam kakra St. Louisa local rice ukojomu a emo ba akopɛ eno na chi emu bia ni hobiem eno nkwa na emo aya udi na tambia me besra Ghana for masra omguso so eboa me omuti madesra de se oto St. Louisa local rice no na oboa ama obi anya adwuma aye oto St. Louisa local rice no na oboa ama kuani bia ya ote ba bia ya convince na se ondo emufu na ne ho to no se kuani ni do emufu no a or the St. Louisa local rice na yeso ya process na da badwa so o to St. Louisa local rice no na sika ni bi eka oman mu ha aboa me no mienu da bia me ka me se obi anim sika twitwi dia ya tam ne kwakra emo e free obi ekro so e de ba over whatever years ye nyina ye nimu no Yakopon ya adom ene Ghana for yankasa so ya de we de ya ye die mu a eti yesrem momwa na ye die yentimi kwanim kakra na ye nto na sika so enka ma kakra na yentimi fam wa ya ho St. Louisa local rice hey chira kwan Accra hadom ye La Paz opposite Tobinco Pharmaceuticals St. Louisa local rice Accra hey ye La Paz opposite Tobinco Pharmaceuticals oko Kumasi so ye Adekalas Memorial Building St. Louisa local rice and I sound so tech Maxima Goyen filling station also open St. Louisa local rice na Accra house so no yaboafo a omotaye che ye omoboan omadwene kuafo ho asese omabeka ho ba ko ye Aseda wholesales Aseda wholesales ope bia to na was Sprinters area hono a or Sprinters opposite the Zenith Bank Aseda wholesales ubewura ma so ope St. Louisa local me pa cho me musa mu bia also ope Ghana for mo na friend St. Louisa local rice oto sika ne beka krum ha no oto kuani benya sika akra no oto be ma nkrofo anya adwuma ye no St. Louisa local rice na wo me pa cho ye mu bia ma so da bi enye St. Louisa local rice onto Aseda wholesales create so sanso Lashibi Sharon Sport nungwa area ho nyina no a ofa Aseda wholesales Sharon Sport a okwa obenya St. Louisa local rice odu Kofodia opposite commercial bank St. Louisa local rice ye ho opposite commercial odu ho no ma also pe bibia ton St. Louisa local obehu se ye kwa bo na bo ho no St. Louisa local rice na oto na kuani ehun to no oto na sika na bi ka krom ha no oto a wankasa pom nyikwa na hu hia no St. Louisa local rice Kofodia ehon ne ye sa Kofodia in front of General Hospital St. Louisa local rice okwo no ma obenya bi na Kumasi so no okwo ho no ma sanso odo so pio pa Swami magazine Anomanye post office ho no ma Quebec Enterprise okwo no ma so St. Louisa local rice St. Louisa natural perfume rice St. Louisa natural jasmine perfume rice chief say before mesan koso no agent for na ya mo ba mu no nyame ya adom agent for na ba distributors and as agent distributors no o ma ba say o mo boa papa enti ya da o mase is o mo adi ka be GB no ebi no ma ba 3 times 4 times and a profit ya o mo making nyasam ketwa na de o no say still St. Louisa local rice is the same problem beam sika no a o mo frɛ ya o mo eba mfufuro no o fra o sim disika na ba boso mi se na menya sa de no speaker wadaro mem se na me wi wadaro ma bi ha o beboa me na wabo ho kaka me pa chew yen gi sika se boso mi so abeji dividend ana abeji mfaso bi ko da bi yesi be ye agent sika wo hia ye 5,500 Ghana cedis wo be ye agent 5,500 Ghana cedis sa sika no o de ba na the register na ya san bro emo ni bi about 20 bucks na ye de abro ye de bro a eno na na te so be agent na so obeton na ya kire mfaso a obenya ene kwan ya befaso ye beboa mo waton ena se obi eye se uni adwuma ye na se otifi na se uni adwuma ye na obi obetima box kakakra a obetima fa 20 bucks 5,500 and above se no wanya adwuma oye prosini oye soldier ni oye teacher ni oye taxi driver oton iron rods oton pure water ofie oye fa adwuma bia oye bia St. Louisa local rice St. Louisa natural jasmine perfume rice aba o se wa bia na punu mu se adwuma we obetimi de ho ahyem na abrewa bia na se offer me speaker na ne ba o Germany and our friend na Michelle Kasanam say I will have me almost 75 or 70 almost 8 am say adan o say sika ye de bre me ya medical hospital no maka kire me na ba ko say ye fa me St. Louisa local rice me say na be ya me ha me ba no e wa abrochire na we ni menya turnover mesrew
obi bia timi bi na eboa na nkofo so enya sika pa dwe hu ye na fa mabedom St. Louis local rice afei so partnership no so ye ntwa mu yegu so because adwuma no mu bie no so no na ehia partners na emu abie more partnership no your friend ya na ya chechire mu eno no ye different from agency wo be partnership so wo be kan ye ho na ye do na ye produce na ye di bukum na nkofo nya bi to na sika no so ba St. Louis local rice St. Louis natural jasmine perfume rice St. Louis rice na color na ye red Mr. Okodwomu a bomodin also pegana mo na e friend St. Louis local rice no de oto aya na kuafo ho ato mo no de oto na obi nya adwuma aye no de oto na sika bi aka kromu akakra ametima bi kakra de abo menu mienu dwen hu ye mesra menu aba ma nyame ba dwen hu ye pa se wura dwomu a emo ese oto na St. Louis local rice enye bibia kekewo se ye wo awdie mu eno krampo na eno achi krampo na sanso wo apomudin fa so bebrebe oto so a eboa menu mienu St. Louis local rice na mane ye 0543 24 23 43 0543 24 23 43 St. Louis local rice 0277 452 742 St. Louis local rice 0277 452 742 o he chira kwan a eno aso beba Accra ha de La Paz opposite Tobico Pharmaceuticals Kumasi Adakalas Memorial Building and answer Tech Maxima Goyen filling station ehon ibutu St. Louis local rice oto aya eboa o man eno ana ese wudie
very well afa bamenda wase anope na mpacho hyene nso biem opese wo ye distributor wo kura wo so no ananso se opese wo ye distributor wo regional wo mu no a de oba nyina na ne se obefre St. Louis afo enko send sika no mpacho da bi wo di sika no ba na yetu emo no e de amount de duduom na afei watimi akwakoton enya emfaso dodo pi na adopei wo mo adaroba wo so aboy 24 after 9 but your dial star 256 star 2 hash na me first lucky winner no but your phone na dum so my na yentimi ne oni nkobo ye beye your second draw no shortly na afei ye ne your last winner no so edi nkobo dial star 256 star 2 hash na me pacho tie ha exhibition bi baso na we no a strategic exhibition na ede aba exhibitors and afi vendors ahodo amowo construction sector no emo the new generation na emu ye up and coming real estate developers amaba construction sector ni mo nyina no adopem pacho we developing properties ahodo dia as I say we are part of the property fair 2024 no pempa cho de obe nyina no ene se no so say ye the fair no e de bro the product and property fair no e ba so 2024 de no e wo e ye the Accra Digital Center e won kra ha na ye the date you know akwa Friday the 10th of a year the month of May bosumi aye kwa korem enti ye both 10th and then 11th of May ana ye di jumedi nyina no e de ebro pacha wo pesa wo participate a wo betua 3000 Ghana cedi pe na afi wa baba exhibit wo product ahodo a wo nyina wo designs ahodo a wa ye nyina structures ahodo a wo ye nyina no pacha wo betumi aba na wa be showcase na wo ne Ghana fo nso aba be di nkomo afi ye de animdefo a wo mo eye professionals are one won in Biestron Kokra, our construction center, Ana Ede Eba. Now, the Abema were innovative enough, using modern trends of technology and the service providers. And in the four, one more name service delivery home and come Ana Eba Ababemo at this year. But you bet your idea, Amba won't so what to me and in Depa. Yet the stakeholders within the sector. About construction no ana eba together professionals but your umiti womukita the relevant authority ebeboa ma wonso o business awoye within the construction sector ni na no according to pa and tishanin so say on the 10th ekwa the 11th of May the product and property exhibition fair no ebebaso ewo the Accra Digital Center opese we exhibitor na obe showcase oniema opese we vendor na obe ton oniema ewo honoma kwacho for participation no obe friend numbers ahodo edidi so nyina na afi we bookie wo stands ewo eye property fair ye de ebra we mo kwacho frɛ wo mo on 0241 812 408 0241 812 408. I feel better me afraid 0202 131 615 0202 131 615 and after 0265 321 330 0265 321 330. Now only one more ending for the organizers of this event. Now I'm proud to say Sir Kessben Media and Kessben FM 92.9 are proud sponsors. But you ube to me so abaha. An officer I was that twin tower so circle her. I just sent a yet tell us office no. Now I feel person participation to Wababa Bejo form there. A bebwa pa exhibition here for the property fair no. But of our na ye nim komo about real estate. Kwaya befaswa ubenya diet ne bo besi ofie ene de ka ho nyina no. Fair yase ye be chiri nyina no ewo ho. We developer kwaya befaswa obeton wo dan. Obesi product ahodo a ne bo ebe ye fo na nkrofo betimi ato bi nyina no. But you decide to no nyina no e de beba anope be a part of it. Na ubenya mu chefa pa. 28 after 9 na enche na mene aye Uncle YB wrap it up. Uncle YB baby aye do no crofo do na no ebisa questions. Joseph Chano was Shama in the Western region. I say good morning, Mr. Speaker. He is not the communication officer of the New Patriotic Party, but he was a few days ago. So he does not know or he didn't know all the things he was talking about the NPP. Now, before he even became member of the Movement for Change, he had told Ghanaians a lot more of things that were good about the NPP. Now, you do not have to harm the hand that feeds you. So, you must remember his past. Joseph Tano Diawade Abanono. Also, you must remember your past, Uncle YB. And so, if you do that, no, yes, no. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please tell Mr. Boabia Samoa that they should speak to Ghanaians direct. That is what you mean. To win the massive vote and the popular vote among the Ghanaian people. Our parents, that is what you want to say. Our parents who couldn't go to school will not really understand some of the things they discuss on TV and radio, though they have my vote already. I am DJ Sheld from Wase Krupon. DJ Show, thank you for a message, you know. Wodiaba and Openge and Kawabi Osi Munsi form. NPP is the king. He's been okay. I don't really get the content in the year. One for within so anchor home. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. My name is Ruff from we are more say or say in fact Movement for Change. You have vision, but the NDC will win December 2024 election. Greetings to Evans Amo Chumesi, incoming MP for Efija Sector East constituency. Thank you for a message, you know. Mami Enkai we say forming alliance does not guarantee you that you can win elections in Ghana. So Yao Boabia Samoa should stop tickling himself and laughing at the same time. Regards to Sector Kumewu DC, the Honorable Samuel Adai Ajekum, thank you for a message. No, Wadiaba. Bamin Kainway, we say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please, I want to ask Mr. Boabeng that where were all these ideas he claimed the Movement for Change have when he was an MP for the ticket on the ticket of the NPP? All that he wants to do is to distract the prosperous change and chances of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 elections and to give the NPP a showdown. But we, the NPP, have the real showdown men to show them surely come December 7th. Titi, Odiwe Efibrekum, Anna Ede Ebae, Medase, any message, you know. This one says that okay, messages no ebofasu bebre. Okay, was it? Please tell Mr. Boabin Asamoah to talk about teachers because teachers can help them win massively in the upcoming elections. They are really suffering. Fred Edway Fikumase Anna Ede Ebae. Fred, thank you for a message. No, I mean, kind last one. Na Uncle YB Enyi na no emame. We say good morning, Mr. Speaker. Recruitment of temporary officials for the EC election 2024 registration exercise is ongoing, but EC excluded rural banks, which has never happen. Please help us to know why. Thank you for a message, David, a year at Tebubu, and I will send it away at the buy. Uncle Wybie, answers to questions,
Sebi, and this will be no at 2. And this Sebi will car tight. Apai no 2 na deco. Obiade na drink. Na the made there or the working kind me say a pusu a bin more so me and PPM more casa. Every be a trouble no more than no don't know who now GV. A check crowds, I'll go for you know, from Tory now GV. And a pusu a more casa day, Kai
Kaiwachi.
Na you make it a pammin. You make it because of my medino. You make it because of my medino.
I see.
Anna, send me MPP. Anna, me MPP.
As I say, so when you're a member of the party.
Minka ho, enti adena me ya dia nyame adom. Ni Ghana for kasa, sombo magana. No more titi. So,
yeah.
Tina me kan no me say, untimi nso a ne ma oso kachiri. Enye. Omunsi esium kashiri no munso. Afi say movement for change.
Yeah.
Rachel Martin edano. Any alliance partners. Eka ho nyina name Ghana First Coalition. Omu nyina union government to the omu nyina say anibere aba.
Okay.
Say abanwa no. Ye di hye obia owa abada yensa. Obia o etrenini. Obia periperio enife. Obia ontwantro. Obia ni you ewi you. Obi ogina ne nanso a osom. Esomfo obi o wabadaye. Obia na bakosem eche se na ade bia waye pen bia no edom dodo. Obia na nisu ade hunu ebesan dom dodo atre. Sa nipa no eye Rachel Martin wo ba amiaton na maman no. Man be gina tum. Man no ewiase esisa. Womom to aba Ghana no matra MPP NDC. Womom to aba Ghana no womom hunu se udi tumi ni shi obi nsa edi mfie nan na sa mfie nan no wanfo anko esumu a odo beko han mu enti abato no kokromotie no se yesese me ko han mu ana me ko sumu afa ne fanim han kakra nim sum kakra nim wa mera ubenya enti se nkrofo peso mkoto aba no munya adada abre no etwem ye koyenim eye Alan John Kwajuchi Martin Alan Cash Movement for Change Alliance for Revolutionary Change Eternity including
Kessben 92.9.
Yes. My last question on the ballot paper no yebehu Movement for Change and now yebehu ARC
Movement for Change
Aye. Okay.
Aye. The no alliance na nyese bia yabeka ye ho abom se obi eja ne fie din ato.
Okay.
Broni beka se loose union.
Okay.
Na EBS Ghana pen. In 1994 96 election and so amuki kan bo mu 94 ekwa 96 election so okaya NDC 4 any compromise parties bi no omo form progressive alliance omo ansese omo din na omo aka so form great alliance omo so ansese omo din nti alliance wutimiti ama obi ono eya adwen de kondo de oye bia na otimi de na ho de be body mu na obi ade ne fie din ekọ nti omnyina tai Rachel Martin achi aboa no abọ ne chidom ama na pre abanwa no nanso edin a ode beko ballot paper na be baso no afafranto.
Okay.
Movement for Change nchenso de ne afafranto too far alliance for change na tija we said the mano say bibi besi I just so bibi besi I ask for change atija atija
I don't pay my now. I'm grateful for your time. Abisi aveda se video si na mame fast da no be mo bata pa prostate center no pay one more daroma ana woman so eboa me Obatampa prostate center de mpacho prostate bia no a ahyew so na eneyi no Pacho oye bema 40 years and above yo be nyina no ene se obeko Obatampa ho na watu prostate no ase ede amount Pacho wuti me oye bema ya show catheter womo ebeyi ede afi so amount eno echi no Pacho o pressure no ewo form eba ne se wo Johnson so aya na wonya atenka se bia kamudia anopei yese se wo yenyina no ene se obetu anamo no akwakopie mu ewo Obatampa prostate center for asoye na upie mu ewo ho a ofa wo se na daroma wone na pound for no ebete na afi wo motimi atu prostate no how di nyina no ase e de amount anopei woni Obatampa for eni enkobo 0553-800-678 0553-800-678 na when you Obatampa prostate center for ni nkobo anopei Fifi Pratt last stop e wo kaso anyanya no main road no eso anopei wo fe omo a wo mbejo so pa na afi wo motimi ahwe etu wo ha na se e de ama